Glad to have you join us on the program. I'm Simisola Adigun. Nigeria's House of Representatives Committee on Constitution Review has proposed the creation of 31 new states across the country. The proposal was presented in a letter read during plenary by Deputy Speaker of the House Benjamin Kalu, who presided over the meeting in the absence of Speaker Tajuddin Abbas. The committee, chaired by Kalu, recommended the creation of 6 new states in the North Central region, 4 in the Northeast, 5 in the Northwest, 5 in the Southeast, 4 in the South-South, and 7 in the Southwest. If approved, the number of subnational government in Nigeria would increase to 67. According to Section 8(3) of the 1999 Constitution, the results of a referendum conducted by the state houses of assembly must be submitted to the National Assembly in order to fulfill the constitutional requirements for state creation. Kalu emphasized that the committee will follow the necessary constitutional steps for any state request that meets the required threshold. For the proposal to succeed, it must receive support from at least 1/3 of the members of both the Senate and the House of Representatives, as well as from the affected local government councils. Let's now get further reactions to this proposal. Constitutional lawyer Gabriel Ehigiato, who joins from the Edo State capital. It's a pleasure to have you join us on the program. Now, this is definitely a surprising development, given that Nigeria already has 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. This proposal raises several questions. From a constitutional perspective, the creation of new states will require significant legal and political considerations. It would also need broad support from both the National Assembly and the State House of Assembly, as well as State Houses of Assembly now, as well as a national referendum, which could make this a lengthy and complex process. How do you react to this?
Okay, well, it's quite pathetic that the National Assembly, which is saddled with the responsibility of making laws for the national development and the well-being of our country, Nigeria, have become to involve themselves in a kind of very shallow, and frivolous kind of, motion, and the kind of beast that they emulate nowadays. It is very unfortunate. A lot of Nigerians are disappointed that out of the majority of issues, plethora of cases of insecurity, underdevelopment, poverty, and what have you that we have in this nation, what the National Assembly has not choosing to pardon on is the creation of more states. Where constitutionally speaking, the National Assembly has the right to formulate laws in order to create more states in conjunction with the acceptance and comfortability of the State of our Assembly. But the issue is that that's not our problem now as a nation. A lot of Nigerians are disappointed. It looks as if the aims and the objectives, the reason why the National Assembly was set up is now being defeated. Nigerians are not happy with such. We do not need the creation of more states. What we need is our government to focus more on agriculture, educational development, infrastructural development, security, and what have you. Not the creation of more states. A Nigeria state, a state of Nigeria that is here evolving, trying to catch up with modern day civilization in terms of development, do not need more states. And Nigerians are not happy. We need the National Assembly to be aware that every Nigeria is not happy with such being, and they should put a stop to it with immediate effect as fast as possible.
The lawmakers claim that Nigerians are the ones proposing this bill, which now raises an important question about the legitimacy of the proposal and whether it truly reflects the desires of the general public. Do you think Nigerians are truly calling, or do you agree now that Nigerians are truly calling for the creation of new states in the country, or is this more of a political maneuver?
Well, it's obvious. It's obvious because the bill is not even enjoying the legitimacy of the people. When you say it is when the lawmakers say it is the consequence, it is the Nigerians that are clamoring for the creation of more states. And you begin to ask questions: which Nigerians? The Nigerians that cannot feed themselves, Nigeria has been driven by insecurity, Nigerians have run and flown away their homes, Is that Nigeria that's clamoring for more state? To me, there's a political undertone here. And if you are saying that people are clamoring for more state, with the creation of more state, then there needs to be a room for referendum. There may even be a room when you look at the process for the creation of more state in a democratic setting, when the National Assembly and the State Council Assembly, have come together and have agreed on the terms of creation of more states, then you come to a referendum with the people. Because governance is all about the people. The ultimate power according to Section 14 and then the Constitution rests on the people. The people have the sovereign power of the society, of the country, where the government get their legitimate support from. So no Nigeria, no average Nigerian in right senses will be claiming for more creation of states, because what we feel here is a political undertone. I don't also forget, when you look at it critically, analytically, during the passing of the bills and the debate in the National Assembly and all of that, you will see that it was majority the representative for another part of this state, because you need to finance the state. You need that the state need to set up its own government. So creation of more state is not a charge play. So I can tell you categorically, sir, that an average Nigerian who is, considering the economic quality of this country, will not call for the creation of the people.
But you made quite a valid point. Now, merging economically unviable states could indeed be a more practical approach than creating new ones. And the idea of merging states that struggle with resources or administrative efficiency could help streamline governance and make better use of resources. It could also potentially reduce duplication of efforts in terms of governance and services, and focus on strengthening the economic backbone of the country. Now, why are lawmakers, in your opinion, why are the lawmakers not thinking in this direction?
Well, I'll say it before, I will say it again, that we do not need any merging together or the combination of states. We don't need that. It's not good for our economy. We don't need that. Creating more states and not merging states, maybe states with better resources and all of that. The question is, the state we have, is there a better management of the natural resources we have in this state? The answer is no. Even the agencies, the development agencies, such as the Niger Delta Development Commission, the Northeast Development Commission, the Southern Development Commission, that have not been passed into law, in order to develop the regions and all that. To me, that is enough. They've not even done anything. That we are talking about a merging state and put this state together to become one entity. It will work. Do not forget that one of the greatest problems we have, one of the problems that seems to be overscoring our political existence is the issue of tribalism. The state we have already, they're already playing politics with tribalism, let alone merging with more states. It's going to create more problem for ourselves. In a country like that, merging of more states together in order to form one singular entity for the issues of development and all of that doesn't sound well at all. It doesn't occur well. So for me, I'm not in support of it. It doesn't make any reasonable sense considering the economic situation that we have in this country. Merging states together is not a good way to go, and it's not good for our economy or our political existence. Thank you.
Mr. Gabriel Yato will continue this conversation after this break. The program will continue shortly. Do stay with us.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
And wait, Do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. You and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the Go-To app if you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other Paper Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play Store and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
Corruption not in my country.
Hello. Alahaji. Right now I'm in Abuja. No. Hello? Adamu. Right now I'm in Kano. Yes. When I get back, I will just call you.
Look, what is wrong with you? I'm talking on the phone and you are gesticulating and doing. What's wrong with you?
Daddy, where exactly are we as we speak?
Are you alright? This is Lagos.
Well, you just lied to someone that we're in Abuja.
Keep quiet. Who told you can tell an elderly person is lying?
Daddy, you just lied. And by lying, you are raising corrupt children for the future of Nigeria. That is corruption, not in my country.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. We're still discussing the proposal of the creation of 31 new states in Nigeria, and my guest is still constitutional lawyer Gabriel Ehigiato. Now, if this proposal passes the National Assembly, the next crucial step would be the approval of the state houses of assembly. From a legal perspective, this process is governed by Section 8 of the nation's 1999 Constitution, which outlines the procedure for creating new states. Do you foresee any particular states or regions that might be particularly resistant or supportive of this proposal?
Yes, just as I said, that one of the technicalities that is being employed by legislators when talking about passing of bills into law is the issue of lobbying. It is a natural phenomenon, and it's one of the technicality in the legislature. Of course, when such bills come up for debate in order to pass it to law, there must be lobbying. The legislators who are the perpetrators of these laws must be able to lobby their colleagues, whether at the National Assembly level or the State Assembly level. But however, I do not see any reasonable House of Assembly putting in their pen to paper in order to establish this law for the creation of more states, because it doesn't make sense. I do not see any of them buy into that idea. Considering the numerous problems we have in this country, we not think that the solution to the problems of this country is the creation of more states, not in such an economy that we operate in Nigeria. We just came back from recession a few years ago. Even speaking, there's a level of reflection. So talking about creation of more states now is not what even state or assembly we buy into. I can bet you on that. You can take my word to the bank. I don't see any state house or assembly going to buy into the idea of creating more states. Instead, they are going to buy into the idea of creating more laws that will reform the political rascality of our political existence, correcting the wrong and righting the wrong to become right. And that's what we are going to do. Not creation of more states. That will be the least of our problem as a surviving nation. Thank you.
Well, that's quite a strong sentiment, and it's not uncommon for people to feel disconnected from their lawmakers. Some Nigerians believe that many lawmakers focus more on personal or regional gains rather than addressing the core issues, that affect the country as a whole. The creation of 31 new states could, in their view, be seen as a distraction from the more pressing matters such as security, economy, development, infrastructure, and particularly tackling corruption. What's your perspective on this? Do you think that the lawmakers are prioritizing the right issues, or are they perhaps being influenced by local or political factors?
It will amaze you to know that one of the, I'm trying to get a word. One of the forces that drive our legislators is an issue of self-aggrandizement. Some persons you are in the legislature, you just want to know. They just want their voice to be loud and clear. They just want to talk, you know. Even the deepest, lowest man, Nigerian man in the gutter knows that our problem now is not the creation of more additional states. And that's not what we need at this moment. There are basic issues, serious issues to be addressed. But what we have these days are your legislators sitting in the National Assembly and just talking and, get involved in self-voyage, in self-journey, a journey that does not benefit the well-being of the people. And it's unfortunate, it's ironic that this is where we find ourselves. We have issue of security, making more laws to tell the security of this country. Nowadays, it is only a few states who are even talking about the laws to sanction kidnapping. Until a high-profile politician speak, kidnap, we will not set up law, we will not tighten the law that fight against kidnapping. These are issues we needed to be addressed, not the issue of creation of more additional states. It is not good for our economy, and it is not good for our political existence. So, for such lawmakers to engage in such a political voyage, to me, there should be abandoned in such journey, because the average Nigerians are not interested in the creation of more states. That is it.
Finally, before I let you go, do you believe that Nigeria is ready to manage the challenges that could arise if this proposal moves forward? Or should the focus be on strengthening states rather than creating new ones?
Trouble they sleep, Nyagago wake up. Do not forget that the South they are set in the of self-determination. While we have people who are clamoring that they want to form their own state and leave Nigeria, the Nigerian legislature, the National Assembly, is actually giving a lead way. This will create more crises. The Biafra will say they need the Biafra state. The IPO will say they also need their own state. The Niger Delta militant will say we need our own state. And at the end of the day, they are not, we also have some in the East, in the West rather, who are also clamoring for self-determination. And then they are going to create more crises for people. So why can't we leave the issue of creation of states and focus on governance, real governance? Governance where we have the governor, who is going to, be accountable to the people. Because the situation we have in this country now is everybody focused on the federal government. Everybody is calling Tinubu right and left and center. But we need to start, diversify the government. Government needs to be segmented. And that's what we appreciated what the Attorney General of Federation did, talking about the local government autonomy. That's what we need. We don't need to start calling on the federal government alone. We need to start looking at the state governors and the local government chairman, asking them what they are doing with our money and the level of development they are trying to bring to our state. So what we need, what we do not need, my brother, is the creation of more states. What we need is good governance. What Nigeria needs is a governance that has a human face, a governance that has the interest of the people at heart. That is what we need, not the creation of more states. And I bet you, if the National Assembly go ahead in conjunction with the State House of Assembly to create more states, we are going to have more crises. Then we are going to give opportunity to those who want self-determination. And that's what's going to happen. Take it or leave it, like it or not. Yeah, I even want Nigerians to start employing and invoking some level of the Nigerian Constitution, whereby we begin to recall lawmakers who do not know what they are doing at the National Assembly, at the state houses of assemblies. We got to start recalling lawmakers back to, back to home. And let's send people who know what they are doing, people who drive the vision, statement of the citizen. Let's start sending those persons to our legislative house, not noisemakers, with the greatest respect. Thank you.
Nigerians are certainly keeping their fingers crossed to see how this debate unfolds. Constitutional lawyer Gabriel Ehigiato, it's been a pleasure having you on the program. Thank you for being with us. But that's all we have on this episode of the program. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.